Coming up on today's show, we're going to go over the free agents the New York Giants will have to make decisions on this offseason. I'll give you my thoughts on if they should stay or if they should go, and I'm excited to do so as you're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. If you want to see this team turn it around, hit that thumbs up icon for me right now. Let's start with Wan'Dale Robinson, a player that I have been pretty vocal about on if I think the New York Giants should bring him back, how much the New York Giants should pay him, and a lot of those thoughts come during game days where I am extremely emotional and I am being irrational and things of that nature. Let's start with this. Wan'Dale is having a damn good season, his best season in the National Football League, and he is still just 24 years old. Are there things I'm a little bit worried about his game? Yeah. Do I think that he can still become a better player in this league? I do think that. Have I made my mind up on him as a player? I think at one point I did. Then last week happened. Was I really surprised by last week? Did he do things I didn't think he could do? I don't know. So let's just talk through it. And maybe me looking at some of these numbers helped me kind of take a breath and realize everything that is going on. 66 grabs this year, 7th most in the NFL. 794 yards this year, 8th most in the NFL. 12 yards per catch. That was one to me that I was impressed about for Wan'Dale. He's caught some deep passes this year. You go back to the Cowboys game. You go back to the 40-yard touchdown last week. 24th in yards per catch this year. And he has 3 touchdowns. All these numbers are relative to if you have at least 57 targets. He's tied for 17th in first down. So that's something where I look at, he's 7th in catches, but he's 17th in first yards, but the yards per catch is there. He is 16th in yards per route run, which is pretty damn impressive. Wan'Dale's been impressive this year. Cost and limitations as a player do worry me. I am worried that he is 5'8" and that he is limited as a slot receiver and he can't do everything on the football field as a wide receiver. I think that he can be a threat down the field a little bit more, but the catch radius, the contested catch ability, that is something I am always going to be worried about. And Jaxson Dart is someone that wants to throw over the middle of the field, and it's just tough to be a dominant middle of the field guy out of the slot if you are 5'8". But Wan'Dale Robinson, if he is your wide receiver 3, your legit wide receiver 3, that's a really good room. My concern is the New York Giants aren't going to be paying him wide receiver 3 money, right? Like, we've looked at what other receivers that have gone for his market value have looked like before. And when you go to all of the salary cap websites and you talk about what he could be paid, his market value is reportedly going to be 4 years, $59.9 million. Like, that's a lot of money. And you know what? He might be worth every single penny of that. And he may even get more money than that in NFL free agency. That would make him the 27th highest paid wide receiver in the National Football League. Very similar to the Khalil Shakir contract that Buffalo gave him last week. I guess I just have a type when it comes to receiver. And I'm just not sure that 5'8" fits that type. But I want to put some respect on the name of Wan'Dale Robinson as well. He's had a hell of a season. He's blown my expectations out of the water. He has probably been the Giants' best offensive player, not on the offensive line or named Jaxson Dart this season, especially one that is still healthy at this point. And in theory, if your wide receiver room is Malik Nabers, Wan'Dale Robinson, and maybe you draft a rookie this year in the first round or in the second round, and if you can get Wan'Dale Robinson to be your wide receiver 3, I think you're in a good spot. The question is, do you want to pay your wide receiver 3 $15 million per season? Is that something that is smart? Is that something that you should do? I'll ask you, would you pay Wan'Dale Robinson $15 million per year? Type Y for yes, type N for no. My thought is this. I do want to keep Wan'Dale Robinson. So if you want to go and look at all my old tweets and say, Marshall, you said you'd crash out if you let him go. Yeah, if they give him 4 years, $100 million, I am going to crash out. But That's a really high number in my opinion. $15 million for him per year is a major investment. And I don't love the idea of investing majorly in a wide receiver 3 when you're about to have to give Malik Nabers potentially $25 million per year and you have a $16 million cap hit for Darius Slayton. But you have a cheap quarterback. And hopefully you draft another young wide receiver that's a stud. And he is cheap for the coming years. But I've also learned that you need to keep talented players on the team. And Wan'Dale Robinson, he is a talented football player. For Cor'Dale Flott, he's going to be a free agent. And he is someone that, if I told you this time 6 months ago that Cor'Dale Flott could be going for $10+ million in free agency, you'd say, Marshall, you are crazy. Well, I think that's what it's going to cost. And the fact that he is still just 24 years old, just like Wan'Dale Robinson, that makes me extremely interested in bringing him back. And spoiler, but I think this is a no-brainer for him. He has been awesome this year with the New York Giants. You see where he stacks up amongst the competition of players that have played starter quality snaps this year. His coverage grade of Pro Football Focus, 13th in the NFL. His completion percentage allowed when targeted, 51.9, 11th best in the NFL. And his NFL passer rating when targeted is 64.1, tied for 6th in the NFL. He has played like a top 20 corner in the league this year. So targeted 54 times, only allowed 28 grabs, 7 pass breakups to just 1 interception. 7 pass breakups. Kind of got this messed up a little bit. But 7 pass breakups to 1 interception is what we're looking at there. I'm bringing him back, and I'm going to give him some money. You can never have too many corners. Having depth has been a problem on this team for quite some time, and that is a position that I am willing to spend big-time money on. So, yeah, I would 100% be willing to bring Cor'Dale Flott back. Jermaine Eluemunor is another player that I think is going to command major money this offseason, potentially like a 2 years, 34, 35, $17.5 million. What about 3 years, $55 million? He is 30 years old. He probably realizes that this is his last chance to go and make major money on a deal in NFL free agency. And like Cor'Dale Flott and like Wan'Dale Robinson, it's crazy to say all these players have earned this money this year, considering the New York Giants are 2-10. But just like Flott and Robinson, Jermaine Eluemunor, he has earned his money. His Pro Football Focus overall grades aren't, I think, they don't represent what he has done this year as a player. He's graded out as the 50th best offensive tackle, 27th when it comes to pass blocking, and he's 68th when it comes to run blocking. I do think he leaves some meat on the bone when it comes to being a run blocker, but his strength is being a right tackle that you can put on an island against a top edge rusher, and he can hold his own. His pass block efficiency this year is 97.6. That's tied for 7th amongst all offensive tackles, giving up just 16 pressures on the year. That is the 5th least amount of offensive tackles. The hurries are top 5. The QB hits are top 11. Sacks are top 20. Like, he is playing like a top 20 offensive tackle. And if you can build what might be a top 3 offensive tackle duo with he and Andrew Thomas on the opposite sides of the line protecting Jaxson Dart, it's a no-brainer. Bring back Jermaine Eluemunor. The one thing you don't want to do is play around and try to get cute on the offensive line when you have a young quarterback. Giants have a young quarterback. He's a stud. Protect him. Bring Jermaine Eluemunor back. Don't mess around with that, Joe Schoen. We're only a few weeks in, and the NBA season is already wild. Stars are going off, rookies are making noise, and the action doesn't stop. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is where you can get in on all of it. Don't forget, the Emirates NBA Cup is rolling along. Big moments, big matchups, and a whole lot on the line. Don't miss out. Jump in and bet on the action today. New customers, bet just $5 and get $200 if your bet wins, paid in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code NIXCHAT. That's code NIXCHAT. Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. Pass-through of per wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer. Next player I want to talk about on today's show is Micah McFadden, the inside linebacker that might be trying to return to the New York Giants this year at a pretty serious foot injury. He is going to be a free agent, probably one of the better draft picks that Joe Schoen has made, 5th-round pick out of Indiana. This is a player that I'm a big fan of. Sideline to sideline, tackling machine, has some speed, some athleticism as well. Not afraid to come off the edge and be a pass rusher as well. I like him as a player, and he has shown over the last 2 years that he can be someone that can help you in your run defense, which has been the Achilles heel of the New York Giants defense dating back to the Dave Gettleman days. Prior to the injury this year, back-to-back 100-tackle seasons, 41 stops in 2024, 36 stops in 2023. A stop is considered a tackle that results in a negative play for the offense. At 25 years old, with how thin the New York Giants are at inside linebacker, I am bringing him back. I am curious what the price will be for Mr. Micah McFadden. I don't think the New York Giants are going to have to break the bank for him. I think without a doubt, Cor'Dale Flott will get more money than him. I think you might be able to get McFadden back for $4 or $5 million per year, maybe 3 years, $15 million total, maybe even a little bit cheaper. But he is someone that I would like to bring back to this football team, and it'd be pretty cool if he can come back. No need to rush it, though. This team's fried. Greg Van Roten, the veteran offensive guard, is going to be a free agent again this year, as he was last year. The New York Giants brought him back on a 1-year deal. I think the major question you got to ask is he still wanting to play football? He's going to be 36 years old by the time the season gets kicked off, and I thought he's been pretty good this year. I mean, the Giants' offensive line, as 5 people combined as pass blockers, have been really good this year. And I think there's a chemistry between these 5 guys. I think they all like each other. I think they work well as a unit. I think at times they're a little bit soft, especially on the interior when it comes to run blocking. But as a 5-man unit, when it comes to protecting that quarterback, they do as good of a job as any team in the National Football League. If he wants to play, if he wants to come back to the Giants, do it. I'm not sure I'm guaranteeing him my starting right guard job next year. Not to say that he is not able to play at a starter level. He has certainly done that this year. But I don't hate upgrading that spot, I guess is kind of where I'm at there. So even if it's to come back and be a depth piece for this offensive line, I would love that. You can never have too many good offensive linemen. Van Roten is a leader in that room. I'd like to bring him back, maybe some competition at that right guard spot. Other free agents that we should talk about on today's show after breaking down the big 5, and I'll just go rapid fire here. Russell Wilson, no need to bring him back. We talked about Jermaine Eluemunor. Evan Neal is gone. Raheem Nunez-Roches at 32 years old. You want to come back on a veteran minimum deal to compete for a roster spot? Sure. Casey Kreider, the long snapper. Come on. Chris Manhertz, veteran minimum 1-year deal. Sure. Austin Schlottman, yeah, I do want to bring him back. I was impressed by the way he played in the action that he had to be in there when John Michael Schmitz was hurt. Joshua Azudu, what a bust. Aaron Stinney, you could find someone else. Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles, Victor Dimukeje, not really all that interested. And then Gunnar Olszewski. I'd be fine if the New York Giants brought back Gunnar next year to be a special teams ace for him again. Daniel Bellinger is a player that I would like to see the Giants bring back as that tight end 2. And even if you upgrade that spot, have him fall down to tight end 3. Maybe he's looking for more work next year on a football team. I've always been a fan of Bellinger. He's someone that I like, and I think he's very versatile as well. Dane Belton as a safety 3 or safety 4, I'm okay with it. DJ Davidson, I think the Giants should try to rehaul that entire defensive tackle group. And then Nick Jones, Bryce Ford-Wheaton, and Art Green. If they want to compete for roster spots next year, I'm cool with that. So those are all the free agents the New York Giants are going to have to make decisions on this offseason. Make sure you're subscribed and you're following me on social media for more Giants news.